it's Kim from Hi-Fi Shack. Today I'll talk about this little beauty, the Lyngdorf streaming amplifier, TDAI-1120. If you saw my previous video where I unboxed it, you already know a few details about it. But now I set it up in my living room with my Audiovector R3 speakers as a replacement for my quad tube amp. It's of course two completely different worlds. My quad is on top of my furniture here because it generates a lot of heat. According to the safety instructions, the Lyngdorf needs 5 centimeters on each side and on the top. So there's plenty of room in here. This doesn't go on a shelf at all. It needs a lot of air to disperse of all the heat it generates. In contrast, the Lyngdorf, it actually doesn't have any ventilation at all. The cabinet is completely closed and you don't feel any heat at all, even when it's running at the high volume. So other differences I can talk about. The Lyngdorf comes with a phono input that allows you to connect a high output cartridge like an MM or a high output MC cartridge. So that allowed me to connect my my project turntable directly to the Lyngdorf. It also has a pair of analog inputs and a whole range of digital inputs and streaming capabilities. It has Ethernet, it has USB, it has optical in, it even has HDMI, so if your TV features ARC or eARC, you can pull the sound from the TV into the Lyngdorf. What I use a lot is the built-in Chromecast. It's actually very convenient. I'll try and open up my title and select the Lyngdorf as a source. It will automatically turn on, and after a few seconds of warm-up, it's ready to play. So if I press the play button here, we will start to hear some music. That's a lot more convenient than my old quad here. The quad doesn't have built-in Chromecast, so I use a standalone Chromecast audio. But the convenience from the Lyngdorf is much better. Turning on itself, I can control the volume directly from my phone. That's very good. What I would typically do on my quad is to leave the volume at full output on my title app and then control the volume on my amplifier. But this is really good. One thing I miss from the Lyngdorf is a headphone amp, a built-in headphone amp. Because I use my quad era headphones a lot, and there's simply no way to connect them directly to the Lyngdorf. But what I can do is to use the analog output to route the signal to a headphone amplifier, and the quad works just as good as a headphone amplifier. So so this way I feel I actually get the best of both worlds by using this as a headphone amplifier, and this is the streaming device, and to power my Audiovector speakers. Another thing that is not included but is optional is a remote control. You can buy it. I don't know what the cost is, I haven't seen it. But there is already an app for both iOS and Android that function as a remote control. And so far I didn't actually miss a real remote control. So if you want it, you can buy it. Yeah. So the next thing I need to do is to connect the measuring microphone, because the Lyngdorf has the full room perfect calibration system, and I'll start to take some measurements of my room and see what it does for the sound. Already out of the box, I think this little device together with my Audiovector speakers sounds absolutely amazing. So I look forward to see what some room calibration can do. But stay tuned. The next you'll hear from me is probably a written review on Hi-Fi Shark. So look out for that. Thank you.